Today, we're going deep inside a disinformation campaign, but we're going to do it through the lens of a spy thriller. We're following a rogue agent who stumbles into a war that's not being fought with bullets or bombs, but with belief itself. So let's get right into it. Our story doesn't start with a mystery. It actually starts with a conclusion. It's just a single, defiant thought in the mind of an intelligence agent who's being told a case is closed. For everyone else, the story's over, but for him, oh, it's just beginning to unravel. We're in Delhi. We're at the scene of what looks like a simple hit and run. The victim is a data analyst named Aniruddha Pal. Now, on the surface, this is tragic, but totally straightforward. But for our guy, raw agent Arjun Sen, the official story, it just feels way too clean. I mean, just look at how fast this all wraps up. A post-mortem report is filed in 2 hours. Forensics gives the all clear in 3. And get this, every single CCTV camera in the area just happened to be faulty at that exact moment. Come on. For an agent like Sen, this isn't just efficient police work. It's a signature. It's the first screaming red flag of a cover-up. Because when a story gets wrapped up this neatly, this quickly, you know it's anything but normal. But just as the case is about to be buried in paperwork, forensics pulls out the one thing the cleanup crew couldn't sanitize, a single, corrupted audio file from the victim's absolutely shattered phone. And through all that static, they hear a voice, a dying whisper. And this is the question that blows the whole thing wide open. Why on earth would a data analyst in Delhi, a guy with zero ties to international affairs, be talking about America with his last breath? In that one instant, a local traffic accident morphs into a potential global conspiracy. So what happens the second Arjun raises this red flag? The system slams the door in his face. The case file gets stamped with the highest classification, his access is completely revoked, he's ordered to drop it. So he does the only thing a good agent would do. He goes rogue. He pulls out an old ghost identity, Amit Basu, and gets on a plane to follow the only lead he has. Okay, so Arjun, now living as this ghost Amit Basu, lands at JFK Airport. He thinks he's the hunter, right? He's on the trail. What he's about to find out is that he hasn't been hunting a conspiracy at all. The conspiracy has been waiting for him. Every single move he makes, it's like they're one step ahead. You know, the immigration officer holds his passport just a second too long. The security camera that seems to pan and follow him specifically. The black car that's been parked across from his hotel since the moment he checked in. His tradecraft, his training, everything that makes him a world-class agent has been turned into a profile. And an invisible enemy is using it to predict his every move. So how do you escape an enemy that knows how you think? You have to do the one thing they'd never expect. You have to become unpredictable. He just bolts from his hotel, diving into the chaos of the Manhattan streets, using the subway system like his own personal maze. But instead of taking the most logical train, he fakes them out, walks toward the end of the platform, and waits. Then, at the very last second, as the doors are beeping shut, he leaps into the last car of a different train, leaving his pursuer standing there on the platform. And this isn't just about shaking a tail. For Arjun, this is a massive revelation. They aren't just following him, they're predicting him. His entire playbook, his logic, is being used as a weapon against him. And the only winning move is to throw that playbook away and become completely illogical. His chaotic escape actually works perfectly, leading him right to an old informant. And this person finally reveals the true nature of the enemy he's up against. And it's not a person, it's not some government agency, it's something way, way more insidious. It's called Kestrel Line. And get this, it isn't some shadowy cabal writing fake news in a basement. No, it's a decentralized system that works like a living algorithm. It doesn't need to invent lies. It just watches for existing stories, existing narratives, and then selectively boosts them, making sure only certain ideas go viral while others get buried. It's weaponized virality. So, how is Kestrel Line so scarily good at this? Well, they stole a super weapon. It's called Project Shunya. This is India's most secret AI program, and it was designed to predict how entire populations will react to any piece of information. So Kestrel Line isn't just guessing which stories will stick, it's using Shunya to pick the perfect narratives that are guaranteed to spread. It's a tool not just to predict the future, but to write it. And all of this works because of one simple, and frankly kind of terrifying principle. It's the philosophy that Kestrel Line is built on. They know that they don't have to control the facts. As long as they can control what feels true, you just give people a believable story, and, well, people will do the rest of the work for you. And here it is, the digital breadcrumb that connects everything. The smoking gun. It's a leaked access log from Project Shunya. And look, user ID Aniridhapal_78. That is our data analyst in Delhi, Aniridhapal. And what's he searching for just 2 days before his death? Kestrel_US_3. He wasn't some random victim. He was a whistleblower trying to expose the whole thing. And this is the ultimate gut punch for Arjun. He finally understands the terrifying truth. He wasn't investigating the system. He was a pawn being guided by it. Kestrel Line wanted him in America. They needed a rogue foreign agent to pin an upcoming cyber attack on, which would then spark a global conflict. He realizes he has to get inside the machine itself to stop it. He tracks the system to its physical heart, and it's not in a government building or a secret bunker. No, it's on a server farm, a ghost facility on a platform out in the middle of the Atlantic, in international waters. This is the narrative core, where an AI literally sits and optimizes what the entire world is going to believe. So he gets inside, and the AI itself presents him with a choice. It's wild. Option A. He can go for the direct approach, just destroy the core. But that's a temporary fix, right? A system like this, an idea this powerful, it would just pop up somewhere else. Or he can choose option B, do something way more radical, and inject a paradox right into its core logic. And that's when he gets it. You can't shoot a story. You can't blow up a narrative. But you can shatter the very foundation it's built on: trust. If no one can agree on any single story, then a system that's designed to amplify just one becomes completely useless. So he chooses chaos. His solution isn't to restore the truth. It's to destroy the very concept of a single reliable truth. He unleashes a digital flood of infinite conflicting stories, all at the same time, basically short-circuiting the system's ability to ever create a consensus again. So what happens to the world when the ultimate weapon of war isn't a bomb, but just doubt? Let's take a look at the fallout from what Arjun did. Well, the system immediately turns on itself. The global conflict that Kestrel was engineering just evaporates. It's replaced by this thick fog of confusion and suspicion. News channels report a massive cyber attack, and then minutes later they retract it. The war never happens because nobody can even agree on who the enemy is supposed to be. And in the middle of all that chaos, Arjun Sen just vanishes. Officially, he's a missing rogue agent, but unofficially, he's the ghost who traded a manufactured war for a permanent, low-level war on belief itself. He saved the world, but he might have broken its ability to ever trust anything again. And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty unsettling question to think about. In our modern information war, where narratives can be built and deployed with terrifying precision, maybe the only real victory is learning how to question absolutely everything.